Guess who's going to score the first goal for Georgia College Soccer today? You could be a winner of a free sandwich at Stack Sandwiches and more. Also got a couple of games at halftime with items from the Innovation Station as well as Georgia College Athletics. We do have a sports marketing class in attendance today as well. They will be doing a cornhole competition as well as a raffle for $25 at the Brick. So make sure you visit the marketing table and get your entries in for all of those various promotions. We do have the Make-A-Wish roll of the dice as well today. $30 has rolled over to today's contest. So get up there, buy your tickets, 1 for $1 and 10 for $5. And at halftime, someone will roll the dice to try and win half that money. Of course, half always goes to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Enjoy the game.
Hello and welcome into the Bobcat Broadcast Network. I'm Luke Winstel. Thank you all for tuning in. We are set with 45 minutes on the clock. The University of North Georgia Nighthawks will be taking on the Georgia College Bobcats. Georgia College starts in their own half. They are on a 3-game undefeated streak, 1 win and 2 consecutive ties. Ball's played up top to Kia Jai Jacobs. Now your starters for today. For the University of North Georgia, Peyton Biso, Abby Crane, Rosie Embley, Mysoon El-Shami, Kaylee Colleen, Taylor Malasic, Jasmine Adlam, Bailey Swindell, Olivia Dumphy, Mackenzie Brennan, and Morgan Ramby. Now, as we're about 40 seconds into the game, one thing to point out for you when you look at North Georgia, they are the number 20 team in the country in the NCAA Division II. Up top, their striker, number 13, Taylor Malasic, is absolutely incredible. Second in the conference in goals. She has 3 game-winning goals. That is one of the top in the nation. Kayla Ruiz for Georgia College advancing the ball. Ferris down the left side, playing it for Bergamini. We've got a throw-in for the University of North Georgia. For Georgia College, their starters, Summer Ligon, Aaron Ferris, Kai Jeffries, Cassie Balzano, Sophia Bonser, Becca Morris, Alyssa Bergamini, Lydia Atkinson, Kayla Ruiz, Kia Jai Jacobs, and in goal, Kate Richardson. Ball is kicked out of bounds by Kai Jeffries. Now a throw-in coming from Biso. Crane running to it in the corner. She couldn't quite keep it in bounds. Now Kate Richardson, freshman goalkeeper for Georgia College, will take the goal kick. It is a warm day here in Milledgeville, Georgia. This game being played at Bobcat Field on West Campus at Georgia College and State University in Milledgeville, Georgia. About 93 degrees is our game time temperature. Alyssa Bergamini trying to play it in for Jacobs, but it's stopped up by number 23. It's Brennan of West Georgia. The Nighthawks come in with a 5-1 record. Ferris and Balzano get back and defend on that play. It's a throw in for North Georgia. Out on the end line, and another kick to come for the Bobcats. One note about this game, it was originally a 7 p.m. start time, moved up to 6 o'clock p.m., which is where we are now. And for GC with Richardson on the goal kick, they have a 1-4-2 record. Coach Tina Gallagher and her team looking for their second win of the year, the second win of Coach Gallagher's tenure. Ramby, the goalkeeper, kicks it away. Ramby is one of the top goalkeepers in not just the Peach Belt, but all of Division II. Jacobs chasing up top. Throw in for North Georgia. The Bobcats will settle it and send it back to Richardson. Ferris passes it over towards Balzano. Cassie Balzano, the Georgia College Bobcat Athlete of the Week 1 week ago. Helps get Coach Tina Gallagher her first win at Georgia College as the head coach. Coach Gallagher in her second stint here. Her first was as an assistant. Now she is taking on the head coaching role, where she has been getting her team better and better throughout the year, helping her team perform better. Obviously, starting off 0-4 was not good, but the past 3 games they have not been defeated. They've played some very good teams. Their schedule gets a little tougher here as they're playing their second top 25 team, or top 20 team in the country. The first was Lincoln Memorial. They were ranked number 14. North Georgia is number 20 at the moment. For those of you that may remember or may have tuned into the Bobcat shootout, you saw Lincoln Memorial play a couple of times, once against Georgia College. That game against GC was a 3-2 decision. We had a lightning delay in the middle of that game for well over an hour. It's very intriguing. We were tied 1-1 before the delay. Then we get back going here in the second half, and all of a sudden, a 2-goal lead comes for Lincoln Memorial. Georgia College scores a PK in the final minute of the game, but that can only make it 3-2. So Georgia College ended up losing that game, but they did hang pretty tight, especially in the first half, against a top 15 squad. Now playing the number 20 team in the country, have to have some confidence from that game, but especially defensively, they have to be confident and very happy with the way they've played. Past 220 minutes, they have been very good, only allowing 1 goal. They had 2 110-minute double overtime games in their past 2 games. Tied West Georgia, and tied back on Saturday of this week as well. Very, very interesting. When they played Lander, they tied 1-1 at home here. The West Georgia game was 0-0 at West Georgia. But that Lander game opened up the conference play in the Peach Belt for Georgia College. Opened it with a tie, so it's not bad, but it was an interesting game. GC building into their attack. Bonser slides it in with her left foot. Tried to find Jacobs up top. Ruiz hustles over to throw it in. Jacobs called for a foul. We're 7 minutes in. But one thing I was told about that Lander game coming in is that it was going to be a measuring stick type of game for Georgia College. That game would show them kind of how they measure up against the different teams throughout the Peach Belt. And they tied, so it kind of shows they're in the upper middle area of the pack. Probably a top 5 team or top 6 or so right now. And obviously plenty of time to improve. Bergamini with a steal on the right side. She tries to cross it in. It's taken away by Brennan. She surveys, but the ball's off of Becca Morris. She runs onto it. And now it will be cleared away. Summer Ligon with a nice steal in the midfield. Ruiz now to Jacobs in the corner. Jacobs is the Georgia College assist leader. Her cross is headed away. Now Malasic up top. Malasic playing it on the line. Ruiz gets to it first, passes it out of bounds, and a throw-in to come for the Nighthawks. Malasic will take it. I've told you that she is likely their team's or arguably their team's best player, alongside their goalkeeper Ramby. Richardson comes out and snatches that cross out of the air. It came off the foot of Biso. Balzano with a turn. Cassie Balzano passes it over to Bergamini, trying to engineer a 1-2. Will be cleared away by Brennan. But from Malasic, preseason all-conference player in the Peach Belt Conference. She was the freshman of the year in 2017. Her stat line this year is already tremendous. In 6 games, she has 6 goals and 1 assist. Already has 13 points. Usually when you break 20-25 in terms of points overall, you get 2 points for a goal, 1 point for an assist. If you break 20-25 in a season, you're having a very good year. She already has 13, and we are just beginning conference play. It's passed in, intended for Crane. Richardson dives on it. Ball settled by the Nighthawks, played back, and now pushed up the field. Crane in pursuit. Ruiz is able to try to kick it away down the line. It will be a UNG throw-in. For the Nighthawks against Georgia College, they are 10-5-3 all time. They have won 7 straight matchups. Obviously, the history for Georgia College is not great against UNG, especially obviously in the past decade. After that stat that I just gave, they're looking to turn that around. Their last win came in 2012. Last win at home against UNG came in 2009. So it has been almost exactly a decade since Georgia College won here at Bobcat Field against this team. And UNG in that time has usually perennially been one of the top, if not the top team in the Peach Belt Conference. This year they have made their argument for being the top team already. Crane. It's blocked off of Ruiz out of bounds. A corner kick awarded to the Nighthawks. I say arguably the top team in the Peach Belt Conference because they knocked off Columbus State to open conference play. They beat them 1-0. Columbus State had been shut out and beaten the game before. That's the first time Columbus State suffered back-to-back losses and back-to-back shutouts since 2015. Ball comes in towards the top of the area. Squirts out on the far side. Nice play there made by El Shami to get it in the area. We've got a flag up on the play. Foul called on North Georgia. Richardson will get a kick. Free kick about 4 yards from the end line. We're 12 minutes in. We're tied 0-0 against Francis Marion, the most recent game for North Georgia. It only took them 20 minutes to score. Ball played in for Bergamini. It's strong, and it will be picked up by Ramby. On September 23rd, Ramby was named the goalkeeper of the week in the Peach Belt Conference. Ferris heads it straight up into the air. Now Ferris kicks it out of bounds. Throw in for Georgia College. Jacobs plays it back. Kai Jeffries, center back and preseason all-conference player, gets a touch on it. Her pass is intercepted. North Georgia plays it back to Brennan. Brennan sends it all the way back to her keeper, Ramby. North Georgia switching the field of play. Biso heads it forward. Brennan taking space, tried to play it on the sideline. Good anticipation by Bergamini defensively. Leads to a North Georgia throw-in. Brennan back to Biso. Bergamini with a good tackle. Kiajai Jacobs will turn and give it over to Ruiz. Richardson will snag it. We're about 1/3 of the way through the first half. Still scoreless as Richardson punts it away. Brennan plays it into her own bench. Georgia College gets a throw in about 45 yards away from goal. For GC, they are playing in their second Peach Belt Conference game. Both of those have been at home. Every game from here on out for Georgia College will be a Peach Belt game until obviously you get to the Peach Belt tournament, then the NCAAs, should the team make it that far. But right now it's all conference from here on out. Ruiz turns it over. Counterattack coming here. Crane at the head. Crane runs into trouble. Ligon back to Richardson. Jacobs to Balzano. Balzano looking long for Bergamini. Passes a touch off. Balzano last week was the athlete of the week. I mentioned on our previous broadcast, but I got the opportunity to interview her. Went back and checked it out, rewatched it, took some notes on what she said. We talked about how she got started playing soccer. It's kind of her sport all the way. And then after that, eventually in high school when she was getting recruited, she played on a really good club team. She realized that she wasn't done with soccer. She wanted to continue playing, and then found Georgia College as her home, which is now a place where she is flourishing as really the centerpiece of the team's offense at this point. Look for her to have a big impact on the game. But just like Malasic for North Georgia, she's a player that opposing teams will look at, they'll key in on. Obviously, when you look at her, you see on the surface, she is the points leader of the team with 7, 3 goals and 1 assist. Now there she is with the steal. She makes a great overall impact on the game. She sends it in with her left foot. Touch was strong from Bergamini. She was well defended. Ramby picks it up, and now with 28 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the first half, she will punt it away. Lydia Atkinson runs over and watches that ball roll out of bounds. North Georgia taking a quick throw in. They have yet to get their numbers forward. Ball's played on the sideline. Now it comes in for Crane. It's kicked away by Bonser. Bonser got a lot of playing time in the first Peach Belt game against Lander. Also starting here. It's actually her first start of the year. For Georgia College, there was a lot of continuity, still is, in that starting 11. Had the same starting 11 for every game until today. Bonser starting over number 9, Brooke Adams, who had started the previous games, previous 7 if I remember correctly. But Bonser has earned it. Jacobs passing it off. Bergamini in space. Balzano tried to poke it in for Jacobs. Ramby punting from the top of the 18. Ball passed out towards El Shami. El Shami working on the end line. Nice move. Jeffries clears it. Tackle there from Balzano results in a foul. North Georgia will get a free kick. Free kick comes under 25 yards away from goal. Looks like El Shami is lining up to take the free kick. Georgia College has 3 players in their wall. Five players inside the 18. Shot way over the bar. Goal kick to come from Richardson. The goal kick finds its way to midfield. Ball deflects off of Morris. Balzano has it in her possession. Balzano poking it up for Jacobs. Now the ball is cleared away. This game is going to be a very interesting one when we look back on the result. And as we watch it for Georgia College, they've already played one top 20 team. I talked about that earlier, playing Lincoln Memorial University. But now taking on the second top 20 team is where you start to get a look of how does this team, how well do they compete? Can they compete with these top 20 teams? Because they're in a building year. Lost some good players a year ago. They've got a new head coach. So it's another step for the program. Another chapter in the book there. Balzano tried to play it on the sideline for Ruiz. It was a good ball, but rolls out of bounds. And it will be interesting. The question here for Georgia College, how will they fare against the top 20 team? What will it look like? What will the effort look like when we go back and check it out? Balzano, a great move, but it's taken away. Kai Jeffries sprinting back. Jeffries forced the ball back. Dunphy is switching the sides of the field, switching to the left side. Embley plays it over towards the left. Good tackle there from Atkinson. Ball's chopped out of bounds. Throw in to come for the Bobcats. Ligon plays it on the sideline. Kia Jai Jacobs slots it in for Bergamini. Bergamini tripped up, no call. It's played up top for Crane. Atkinson had the advantage and now kicks it out of bounds. Substitutions here now. Number 14, Adlam coming out. Now number 25, Bailey Vessel, is into the game for North Georgia. They'll throw it into Embley. Atkinson heads it away. El Shami working on the left end line again. Corner kick for North Georgia. This will be their 42nd corner of the year. Ball comes in quick. Jeffries deflects it out. Jacobs chasing. The ball comes in the 18. Richardson punches it away. Kai Jeffries tries to chop it out with her left foot. The ball goes over the woodwork. Richardson, another goal kick for GC. 22-13 remaining in the first half of soccer here. About a quarter of the way through. Scoreless. Ligon wins another ball in the midfield. She's put forth a great effort today. Bonser to Morris. Bonser finds Ruiz. Ball comes in. It's over the head of Jacobs and into the hands of Ramby. A shade over 21 minutes to play here in the first half. Ball comes back to Aaron Ferris again. El Shami towards the left side. A hesitation from North Georgia leads to a turnover. Bergamini pushed it down the sideline. Brennan will take it from the back. Crane touches it outside to Embley. One note about Embley is she is from England. Embley has it again on the left. Sent in towards the middle, touched ahead. Headed away by the Bobcats. The ball trickles over towards the near sideline. Balzano in pursuit, she'll keep it in bounds. Good hustle. Now Bonser in the 18. Maybe a bit of a rushed pass, and now North Georgia back in possession with El Shami. Shot put on goal, Richardson, a nice stop. The shot came from Embley. Most all of North Georgia's players are from the state of Georgia. Their only international player is Rosie Embley. Ruiz working on the near side. Embley steals it away from Aaron Ferris. Plays it in from Malasic up top. She battles Jeffries. All conference players going at each other. Step over move. Jeffries staying right with her. Well defended by Kai Jeffries. Embley has it again. Bergamini. Sneaky steal there on the right side. She'll take it down the line. Keep it in bounds with a heavy touch. Jacobs back to Bergamini. Bonser turns in the midfield. Jacobs lost it. Embley has it. Jeffries deflects that ball. Ruiz clears it away. Embley sends it towards the top of the 18. Richardson comes off her line. 17:50 to go in the first half. Still no score. Summer Ligon, again, another interception. Ferris intended for Jacobs. I'm sorry, it was Ligon. Ligon has it again. Comes over to Ruiz. 17 minutes to go in the first half. Morris to Balzano. Bonser winds up for a shot, and it's high. Substitution for both squads here. Kia Jai Jacobs will step out for Georgia College. Cassie Balzano heads up top, and it looks to be Alexis Bergamini, who has come into the game for GC. It is. Now we have Alexis Bergamini on the left side wing, Alyssa on the right side wing. Number 4, Daniela Chartouni is in for North Georgia. Both Bergamini's in for GC. It's always a good thing. These two are both from Connecticut. They're sisters and very, very good respectively on whichever side of the field they play. I've liked Alexis off the bench. She's brought good energy. We haven't seen any kind of drop in quality or drop in play when she's come in. She's kept the energy high, kept the offense right where it's been. Sometimes even elevated it as well. I really like what she's done on the bench. So now Becca Morris has the ball. Balzano up top. Couldn't quite get control of it. Ferris plays it for Morris. An attempted Bergamini to Bergamini connection. Cleared away by Ramby. 2/3 of the way through the first half. Balzano, a nice tackle. She gets it back. Balzano taking on 4 defenders. Couldn't get by the last one. It was a nice move from her to get by 3 of them. Ball comes down the near touchline. Ruiz to Ligon in the middle. Ligon, a nice turn on El Shami. Balzano to Bonser. Becca Morris has open space ahead. Heads to her left, has her shot blocked. It's touched away by Jeffries. Bonser now slides it to Bergamini. It's passed up to Balzano. She rips a shot with her right foot off the bar. Bergamini crashing in the 18. It's saved by Ramby. Great opportunity from Georgia College. Cassie Balzano showcasing her range about 25 yards away from goal. It was over the head of Ramby. She almost had that one. Best opportunity of the day for either squad. For GC, it's only their second shot overall. The defense of North Georgia has limited their opportunities. Ones like that will count. Kai Jeffries, another nice dispossession. Jeffries making a run. Bumped off the ball, and now Biso has it. North Georgia. Knocked up the field. Sent out of bounds by Atkinson. No, sent over to Ferris. It's a good play from Aaron Ferris there. Ball's blocked out of bounds off of Crane. Alyssa Bergamini tried to send the ball down line. Would have gone to her sister. Balzano, another nice defensive play. Possession kept by North Georgia. You have to like Balzano, what she's done up top, applying pressure, but not just doing that, making tackles as well. Up top, she's had a defensive impact, something that you don't always see. Balzano, a nice move, trying to set up a play for Bergamini. Would have been Alexis Bergamini there. That's one thing, actually, that I recall from my interview with Balzano. I asked her what were her goals going forward. Said she wants to be the main playmaker and be a great playmaker for this Georgia College team. Today, she definitely has been. She has been all year long, but especially today. She's already brought her A game against top-tier competition. El Shami puts it towards the top of the 18. Player down for Georgia College. It will be Kaya Jeffries, but she slowly gets up. Looks to be okay. Jeffries walks over towards the center referee. He checks on her, makes sure she's all right. And we will resume play shortly. Kai Jeffries may be a little shaken up there, but she looks all right. 11:30 to go in the first half. We are scoreless, tied 0-0.
North Georgia, Megan Dumont, number 6. For the Bobcats, number 20, Ellie Watson.
Ellie Watson comes in for Georgia College, replacing Cassie Balzano. Dumond comes in. That's number 6, Megan Dumond, for North Georgia. Dumond will be in the midfield. Ellie Watson, I should say, for the Bobcats, is up top. For her, one thing I've liked that I've seen in past games she's played, does a good job of holding the ball, finding the correct teammates, making good passes. I think she does have good finishing ability. Haven't seen too much of it in the opportunities that she's gotten. Malasic, a nice move. Ball trickles back to Richardson off of the foot of Crane. The Bobcats have it just a touch under 11 minutes to play here in the first half. Erin Ferris making a run into the North Georgia half. Ball is kicked out by number 25, Vessel. Ferris tosses it in for GC. Alyssa Bergamini getting the Bobcats an opportunity here. She dribbles in, tries to pass it off. Here's a golden opportunity for the Bobcats. Watson got a touch on it, but slide tackle there from Brennan. Fresh into the game, Dumond passes it to El Shami. El Shami with a nice move on Ligon. Ligon gets in front of the play there. Ferris still with it at her feet. The right back, Erin Ferris, comes all the way over to the left. It's turned over. Dumond. Good step out there from Bonser. Now Morris has tons of space to work with. Becca Morris passes it out left. Watson centers it. No one really in the vicinity there. 9:10 to go in the half. Bonser charging ahead. Chartouni surveys. Malasic dribbles it out of bounds. I don't want to jinx anything, but Malasic has not been as active in terms of generating shots on goal as I expected. She has had an impact, but we haven't seen too much of her yet. The ball is sent ahead. Alexis Bergamini in pursuit. Now Ramby, a transfer from Auburn, will look to punt it away. Atkinson has it stolen by Malasic. Malasic makes a nice move to her left. Ball comes into the top of the 18. It's sent over the bar. That was Chartouni there who had that shot that went over the goal. North Georgia outshooting Georgia College 5-2 at the moment. North Georgia has 2 corner kicks. Georgia College has yet to earn one. Substitution was made there for North Georgia. Watson of the Bobcats passes it back. It's Katie Durkay who came in up top for North Georgia. Morris sends it over to Watson on the sideline. It's played up top. Here's Bergamini. Back to Watson. The semicircle at the top of the 18. Ellie Watson for Georgia College has it kicked away. Play made by Vessel. Now a substitution to come for the Bobcats. 6:40 and counting to go in the first half. Sophia Bonser comes out. And number 9, Brooke Adams, is back in. Adams will get her first minutes of the night. There's her first touch. Ball out on the far side. Throw in for Vessel. Ligon, another defensive play. Ball cleared out by North Georgia. Ruiz will get a throw in. Ruiz, transfer from Georgia State University over to Georgia College. Ferris on the right side, advancing past one defender. It's played to Bergamini. Bergamini is passing with each other. Shot from Alexis Bergamini is saved by Ramby. Morgan Ramby, redshirt sophomore goalkeeper from Lebanon, Ohio. Went to Springboro High School. Becca Morris playing it down line. Alexis Bergamini in pursuit. Durkay has it stolen, commits a foul on Kai Jeffries. Georgia College will get a free kick off of that. It's a rough-looking foul, but nothing not intentional from Durkay there, really. Give a quick apology to Jeffries. El Shami at midfield. 4:40 to go in the first half. Alyssa Bergamini provides the pressure. El Shami now will work it over to Malasic. Malasic splits a pair of defenders. Advances past a couple more. It goes out on the end line. Goal kick ahead for Richardson. Richardson had 5 saves against Lander. She has 25 on the year. Lander was Georgia College's most recent game. Again, the first game of the Peach Belt Conference slates. In that game, something interesting, we had our second lightning delay of the year. Both lightning delays were over an hour long. That was interesting. But overall, for Georgia College this year, they're playing at home, obviously, here on Bobcat Field. On Bobcat Field, they've been very good offensively, but on the road, they've been a much better defensive team than they have at home. It's an interesting split there. It's why the team's only 1-4-2 right now. Played really good offense at home. They actually, I don't believe, have scored on the road. They've scored 6 goals in 7 games. So it hasn't been the most electric offensive year yet for Georgia College. Still working on that, but defensively they've been good. On the road, they've really been great defensively, allowing about a goal per game. Richardson picks it up. She is in the top 5 in the Peach Belt Conference in saves with 25. 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the opening half. Brooke Adams. Ruiz tried to send it into a gap there for Bergamini. Ball comes over to Malasic, making a run on the near sideline. Touch was strong. Jeffries kicks it away. Ellie Watson. Now a nice play there from Malasic. She crosses it in with her right foot. Put into a dangerous area. Shot comes on. Jeffries trips up number 8, Durkee in the 18. And now that will lead to a penalty kick for the University of North Georgia. The center referee will give a yellow card to Kai Jeffries. Broke up that play inside the 18. I can understand why the card was given. And now a penalty to be taken. Malasic will look for her 7th goal of the year. Freshman goalkeeper Kate Richardson from Marietta stands on her line. Kick from Malasic in the corner, and North Georgia takes a 1-0 lead. 7th goal of the year for Malasic, one of the top players, if not the top offensive player in the Peach Belt Conference. Taylor Malasic, forward from McIntosh High School, puts her team up 1-0. 2:09 to go. Georgia College held North Georgia scoreless for 43 minutes. That's solid. There's a lot of teams that have not done better. For GC, the key all year has been offensively. Can they get the production? The finishing percentage has not been good. Under 15% of their shots have resulted in goals. That number will need to change here. Georgia College only has had 3 shots, though. Jeffries now operating on a yellow card. Kicks that ball away. The ball sent out of bounds, and a goal kick for Richardson. But for GC, offense is the X factor. Can they get that one finish to tie it up? Just those 2 plays even that would put them ahead. That will be the key, especially heading into the second half. We've only got 80 seconds left in the first half. So I guess if you allow a goal, now is not the worst time. You have time to go back and regroup, get everything set. Hear from Coach Tina Gallagher, head coach at Georgia College in her first year. The team will get the opportunity to reset, make any substitutions they would like as well, and kind of get things figured out for what their strategy will be in the second half. Also, that goal coming towards the end of the half will really kind of halt any momentum that North Georgia has gained by going up 1-0 when you have that long break in the middle. Malasic making another run. Ruiz chops it out. Malasic regains possession. Nice move. It gets her enough space to get across deflected. El Shami headed away by Adams. Bergamini with just over 25 seconds left in the first half, sprinting down the right side. Bergamini tosses it up for Watson. Watson steps inside the 18, 15 seconds left. The cross is sent long. Bergamini was in the area. Now Malasic. She has 5 seconds to work with.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Malasic dribbles it out. That's the end of the first half. Thank you all for tuning in. The first 45-minute period has concluded. North Georgia in the 43rd minute took a 1-0 advantage after a yellow card resulting in a free kick.
Change is constant. Technologies, careers, society. Georgia College is not about landing your first job. It's about preparing for success in a changing world. From the moment you step on campus, you have an immediate sense of belonging. At Georgia College, learning takes place all around us. Our students are critical thinkers, ready to graduate to a complex world. Georgia College, your public liberal arts university. Technologies, careers, society. It is impossible to predict the future. The jobs of tomorrow may not even exist today. At Georgia College, you will learn to be a critical thinker, to develop new ideas and out-of-the-box solutions, because those are the kind of lifelong skills you'll need in a rapidly changing world. The way we see it, it's not really about what you know. It's about how you think. Georgia College, your public liberal arts university.
Hey, Banks. Have a seat and let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, Manti, move down.
It's a tearjerker!
We often get the question, where does the money go? More than 90% of NCAA revenue supports 89 championships and more than 1,100 member schools that give $2.7 billion in scholarships each year. Look around you. There are more than 450,000 student athletes competing every year, succeeding on the field, in the classroom, and in life. Bottom line, we put our money where our mission is.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
We are leaders and teachers, dreamers and winners. We are the coaches of women's basketball, united for the good of our game and those who play it. We are the WBCA. We are the coaches of women's basketball. We are leaders and teachers, dreamers and winners. We are professionals who conduct ourselves ethically and with integrity. We place the education, safety, and well-being of the athletes we coach above all else and teach them the fundamental values they need to succeed in life. We are coaches united for the good of our game and those who play it. We are the WBCA.
Change is constant. Technologies, careers, society. Georgia College is not about landing your first job. It's about preparing for success in a changing world. From the moment you step on campus, you have an immediate sense of belonging. At Georgia College, learning takes place all around us. Our students are critical thinkers, ready to graduate to a complex world. Georgia College, your public liberal arts university. Technologies, careers, society. It is impossible to predict the future. The jobs of tomorrow may not even exist today. At Georgia College, you will learn to be a critical thinker, to develop new ideas and out-of-the-box solutions, because those are the kind of lifelong skills you'll need in a rapidly changing world. The way we see it, it's not really about what you know. It's about how you think. Georgia College, your public liberal arts university.
Hey, Banks. Have a seat and let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, Manti, move down.
It's a tearjerker!
We often get the question, where does the money go? More than 90% of NCAA revenue supports 89 championships and more than 1,100 member schools that give $2.7 billion in scholarships each year. Look around you. There are more than 450,000 student athletes competing every year, succeeding on the field, in the classroom, and in life. Bottom line, we put our money where our mission is.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
We are leaders and teachers, dreamers and winners. We are the coaches of women's basketball, united for the good of our game and those who play it. We are the WBCA. We are the coaches of women's basketball. We are leaders and teachers, dreamers and winners. We are professionals who conduct ourselves ethically and with integrity. We place the education, safety, and well-being of the athletes we coach above all else, and teach them the fundamental values they need to succeed in life. We are coaches united for the good of our game and those who play it. We are the WBCA.
Change is constant. Technologies, careers, society. Georgia College is not about landing your first job. It's about preparing for success in a changing world. From the moment you step on campus, you have an immediate sense of belonging. At Georgia College, learning takes place all around us. Our students are critical thinkers, ready to graduate into a complex world. Georgia College, your public liberal arts university. Technologies, careers, society. It is impossible to predict the future. The jobs of tomorrow may not even exist today. At Georgia College, you will learn to be a critical thinker, to develop new ideas and out-of-the-box solutions, because those are the kind of lifelong skills you'll need in a rapidly changing world. The way we see it, it's not really about what you know. It's about how you think. Georgia College, your public liberal arts university.
Hey, Banks. Have a seat and let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, Manti, move down.
It's a tearjerker!
We often get the question, where does the money go? More than 90% of NCAA revenue supports 89 championships and more than 1,100 member schools that give $2.7 billion in scholarships each year. Look around you. There are more than 450,000 student athletes competing every year, succeeding on the field, in the classroom, and in life. Bottom line, we put our money where our mission is.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
We are leaders and teachers, dreamers and winners. We are the coaches of women's basketball, united for the good of our game and those who play it. We are the WBCA. We are the coaches of women's basketball. We are leaders and teachers, dreamers and winners. We are professionals who conduct ourselves ethically and with integrity. We place the education, safety, and well-being of the athletes we coach above all else, and teach them the fundamental values they need to succeed in life. We are coaches united for the good of our game and those who play it. We are the WBCA.
Change is constant. Technologies, careers, society. Georgia College is not about landing your first job. It's about preparing for success in a changing world. From the moment you step on campus, you have an immediate sense of belonging. At Georgia College, learning takes place all around us. Our students are critical thinkers, ready to graduate to a complex world. Georgia College, your public liberal arts university. Technologies, careers, society. It is impossible to predict the future. Jobs of tomorrow may not even exist today. At Georgia College, you'll learn to be everything to develop out-of-the-box solutions, because those are the kind of lifelong skills you'll need in a rapidly changing world. The way we see it, it's not really about what you know. It's about how you think. Georgia College, your public liberal arts university.
Hey, Banks. Have a seat and let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, man, T, move down.
It's a tearjerker!
We often get the question, where does the money go? More than 90% of NCAA revenue supports 89 championships and more than 1,100 member schools that give $2.7 billion in scholarships each year. Look around you. There are more than 450,000 student athletes competing every year, succeeding on the field, in the classroom, and in life. Bottom line, we put our money where our mission is.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
We are leaders and teachers, dreamers and winners. We are the coaches of women's basketball, united for the good of our game and those who play it. We are the WBCA. We are the coaches of women's basketball. We are leaders and teachers, dreamers and winners. We are professionals who conduct ourselves ethically and with integrity. We place the education, safety, and well-being of the athletes we coach above all else, and teach them the fundamental values they need to succeed in life. We are coaches united for the good of our game and those who play it. We are the WBCA.
Change is...
That's what my one theory rhetoric class is what my final paper was about, was women in athletics administration. And I used Nike's campaign and it was so much fun.
Since what they were doing at the women's sports thing was so cool. I was like, dang, I wish I could go. But I'm not a woman. I guess I'm okay. They have their own rap song?
We got people to record one for us over the summer. It was terrible.
Hey, Gucci gang, but
Just imagine if Al did this and this was Al's voice.
just auto
And you got Al in the studio.
Bobcat.
Yes, actually, let's do it. I'm gonna tell him.
Oh gosh.
We need him in the studio to do that though. Wait, she said she's in here twice.
Welcome back into the Bobcat Broadcast Network. I'm Luke Winstall. Thank you all for tuning in. We are underway here in the second half. The University of North Georgia taking on the Georgia College Bobcats. For those who may be just tuning in, North Georgia took a 1-0 advantage 43 minutes into the game off of a PK, a penalty kick from Taylor Malasic. Malasic is their best offensive player. That was her only shot of the game. GC has held her under control thus far in the first half. To give you some stats here as we get set to go for the second period, Cassie Belzano, Sophia Bonser, and Alexis Bergamini all have put one shot in for Georgia College. Bergamini's shot was the only one on frame, only shot on goal. For North Georgia, they have outshot Georgia College 6-3. They have 3 shots on goal. Now their first attack, Malasic. And it's taken away by the Bobcats. But overall, their leader has been Maysoon El-Shami. 2 shots, 1 shot on goal from her. Becca Morris tries to poke it ahead for Kia Jai Jacobs. The ball will be cleared away. In the back, making the play, number 14, that's Adlam. Jasmine Adlam. Throw in to come from Aaron Ferris. Belzano turns. She has looked really good. Depending on, obviously, how she does in the second half, this is shaping up to be her best performance of the year. Even though statistically, it wouldn't show. Against North Greenville, she had 3 points, 1 goal, 1 assist. That's, in the stat book, her best performance, but here, to me, she's looked the best against the best competition here against North Georgia. We'll see how it goes. She put 1 shot that hit the crossbar for Georgia College. Ball trickles over to El-Shami. Belzano in the midfield. Ferris with it. Now Bergamini after the ball comes through a gap. Embley has it. To look at the series overall between these two teams and a few storylines as well, North Georgia has beaten Georgia College 7 games in a row. That is the longest active losing streak for GC against any opponent. Now, last year, North Georgia beat Georgia College 2-1 at their place. The most recent home meeting was a 3-2 North Georgia win in double overtime against Georgia College. In that stretch, the games have been close. North Georgia has always come away with the advantage in the past 7. Bonser loses control. But in that matchup I was talking about, the most recent home meeting, 3-2 North Georgia win in double overtime in 2017. Georgia College tied the game with 32 seconds left to force overtime. Had some late game magic then. Depending on how the second half goes, maybe they'll need it today. They're down 1-0. The defenses look solid. The only goal coming on a penalty kick. Not really even coming in match play. Malasic has the advantage as she slides it in for Durkee. Kai Jeffries sends it down the line. Belzano. Kia Jai Jacobs has room to run. She'll ship it in towards the top of the 18. Embley. Now, while I was talking about the series there, one interesting note that comes to mind, the last time Georgia College won was in 2012. It was a 3-2 final, much higher scoring game than this game looks to be on pace to be. That was at North Georgia. UNG was ranked number 5 at the time. Georgia College pulling off that upset was such a big story, it actually made the front page on the NCAA website, which was really interesting. One of the Bobcat players, Ashley Velo, had a hat trick the goalkeeper, made a school record 19 saves. Annie Stevens. It's a big game for the team. Georgia College will need a Herculean effort similar to what happened there in order to pull this one off. Not to say that it's out of reach or a game that they can't go get, but it will take a lot. North Georgia is a very, very high caliber team, as we have seen on display all night long. Jacobs. UNG. Balzano defending Adlam. El Shami defended by Bonser. Now it's sent out wide. North Georgia sends numbers forward. The ball's headed into the net. Goal for El Shami. North Georgia taking a 2-0 lead. 38-31 to go in the half. We are 7 minutes in, and North Georgia is now up by a 2-goal margin. Maisoon El Shami scores for North Georgia. Peyton Biso will be credited with the assist. Now another attack from North Georgia. Kai Jeffries strips it away. Jeffries knocks it down line. El Shami to Embley. Ferris passes it to Balzano. Georgia College a bit slow to shift numbers ahead. The lone option on that play was Jacobs. The ball's cleared away. Knocked out of bounds now. Deep in their own territory by Atkinson of Georgia College. Now to throw it in, Jasmine Adlam. Durkay puts it over the woodwork. Substitution for Georgia College as we have a goal kick for the Bobcats. Alyssa Bergamini will check out.
Into the match for the Bobcats, number 10, Ryan Smith.
Now in for Georgia College, number 10, Ryan Smith. A deep run made from UNG. Morris turning. Good display of footwork. .36 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the half. UNG up with a nice convincing 2-0 lead. They're looking for their 6th win of the year. They're currently 5-1 in terms of their overall record. To take a look at the basics for them, 2-0 in the conference, 3-0 at home. They're 2-1 away. Their lone blemish has come on the road. Today they have done a lot to make sure that they keep or push that road record to 3-1. Aaron Ferris running onto it for Georgia College. Ball's deflected off Malasic, therefore her keeper will sprint out and grab it. That's Morgan Ramby, who only had to make one save to keep a shutout in the first half. And speaking of shutouts for Ramby, she is no stranger to them. In high school, she had 15 and a half shutouts in 35 games played, made 151 saves. She was spectacular. But in college, thus far this season after transferring in from Auburn, she's looked really good. Starting 6 games, she's only allowed 3 goals. Now in her 7th game, only 3 goals allowed. She's made 20 saves on the year. Ball cleared away by the Bobcats. But one cool note from her, she had a shutout streak of over 350 minutes earlier in this season. "34.5 minutes remain in the game. North Georgia up 2-0. Ball's cleared out of bounds by the Bobcats. Biso will throw it in. She got the assist on the second goal from El Shami. Kia Jai Jacobs looking to engineer an attack for the Bobcats. She did well to hold it up. Balzano to Smith. The ball couldn't find its way back to Jacobs, but Georgia College will get a throw-in on the left touchline. Balzano sending it long for Jacobs, but it's a bit too long. UNG to throw it. Embley passes it ahead. Kai Jeffries sliding it up for Balzano in the 18. She rips it with her right foot. Goes wide. Goal kick here coming for Ramby. For the University of North Georgia, they are playing 2 Peach Belt Conference games this week. Obviously this one against Georgia College. They're playing UNC Pembroke on Saturday afternoon. Last week they split their games. They lost at number 16 Lenore Ryan 2-0. They beat Francis Marion 3-0. Their goal differential this season, by the way, is +9. But North Georgia ranks first in the league in save percentage and shutout percentage. That was an interesting storyline coming in. Obviously keeping both of those percentages at this moment. It's the mission of Georgia College to change that. Durkee puts a shot on with her right foot. That one high. Now with 32 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the game, Kate Richardson will take a goal kick from 6 yards away from her own end line. For the Bobcats this year, in terms of their team numbers thus far, as Richardson takes the goal kick, they have that 1-4-2 record. At home, they're 1-2-1. They're winless on the road, 0-2-1. In order to be successful, especially in conference play, they're going to have to win on the road. They've got 4 home conference games and 4 road conference games in the month of October. They have to get over the hump and win their first road game. That's another key. Scoring more is big, but I think getting that first road win under Coach Gallagher will probably be even bigger for the team. You have to like what the team's been doing. They were trending up coming in. They lost their first 4, tied 2 of their last 3, won the other game of their last 3. This game obviously isn't looking great right now, down 2 with 31 minutes to go, but there's loads of time. And Georgia College is on the attack here. Nice move from Ryan Smith. She slots it down the line. She's looking for Jacobs. But now Embley from North Georgia. Student that's come in from England. Morris with an aggressive play. No foul called. It's a throw in for North Georgia. No foul really necessary there on that play. .30 minutes and 20 seconds remain. Balzano knocks one past the defender. Ball comes out of bounds, cleared out on the near side by number 24, Nelson. Ferris tosses it in. Leg into Balzano. Balzano tried to cut it back, still fighting. Balzano still with possession. Hooks it in with her left foot. Goal kick to come. Substitution for North Georgia. El Shami, the goal scorer of today's second goal, comes out. Dumont comes in. Dumont will come in, slot in the midfield. Saw her play at the end of the first half. Morris wins the header out of bounds. Throw in from UNG. It's headed out by Georgia College, and the Nighthawks will get another crack at a throw in on the right side. As we stand now, for UNG, they're the only team outside of Albany State that has not allowed a goal in conference play. They've been very strong defensively. Any game where UNG has a shutout is not really a surprise to anybody. They're just at that level right now, but for Georgia College, here they are, looking to break that shutout. Becca Morris sends it outside to Jacobs. Kiajai Jacobs a step over. Tried to play it for Balzano. It was behind her. Durkee will play it down the line. Ryan Smith to Jacobs. 1-2 would not be completed. Brennan defensively knocked it away. Ligon has it intercepted by Malasic. Nice move from Smith. Ball played down the sideline for Ruiz. Balzano settles. Turns it back and plays it off. The Bobcats at the top of the 18. Balzano steps in. Jacobs kicks it away. No handball given. It was close. Ligon chips it over to Ferris on the near side. Malasic trying to go left around Aaron Ferris. Throw in for Georgia College. Ball goes out of bounds off of Balzano. Throw in to come for Adlam.
To the match for North Georgia, 3 substitutions. Number 4, Daniela Chartuni.
Daniela Chartuni comes in for North Georgia.
Number 20, Olivia Dunphy. And number 25, Bailey Vessel.
Dunphy comes in and Vessel also comes back in. Both of those two players were starters for North Georgia. They come in, a couple of players that came out, Crane and Embley. A touch over 25 and a half minutes to play in the game. Ball goes out towards Ruiz on the left side. Leads to a throw in for North Georgia. Vessel, fresh into the game, will take it. Flag up, and a Georgia College throw-in upcoming.
Into the match for the Bobcats, number 9, Brooke Adams.
Sophia Bonser comes out, again being replaced by Brooke Adams. We had that happen in the first half and again here in the second. Bonser got the start today, her first start of the year. Brooke Adams has come in near the midway point in both halves to replace her. Those two just kind of splitting time at this point. Both have looked solid. Pass was intended for Morris, but a throw in from Vessel again. Ruiz will throw it in for the Bobcats. Ligon turning. Kia Jai Jacobs up top. Morris liked that left side there. Morris commits a foul. Got a free kick here for North Georgia. 23 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the half. Free kick will be taken by Brennan. It's headed up by Durkay into a dangerous area, but Aaron Ferris does well to head it outside of the 18. Ball's over on the left side. Jeffries knocks it out. Chartouni now running down the right side. Chartouni tried to set up Brennan, or tried to set up Vessel on the right sideline. Ramby flicks it over towards the near side. Ball's kicked ahead down the line. Durkay in pursuit. Off of Jeffries. Corner kick to come for UNG. And for North Georgia, had an eventful week last week on September 24th. Morgan Ramby and Olivia Dunphy were both named Peach Belt Conference Players of the Week. Ramby was the goalkeeper of the week with a 3 shutout streak, and Dunphy was the Peach Belt Conference Defender of the Week, helping lead her back line to their part in those shutouts. .21.5 minutes remain in the game. Richardson gets one of what's just been a few touches here on the ball in the second half. Only had to make 2 saves in the first half. The only goal in the first half, again, for those who may be just coming on and watching the game. Ball is headed right in. Great goal there for North Georgia. They take a 3-0 lead. Looked like it was Dumond. .21 minutes remaining in the game. Dumond headed that right by Kate Richardson. Not much the keeper could do about that. Megan Dumond, midfielder from Woodstock, Georgia.
North Georgia goal scored by number 6, Megan Dumont. The assist to number 25, Bailey Vessel.
The assist does go to number 25, Bailey Vessel. For Dumond, that is her first goal of the year. She'd only taken 2 shots all year in the first 6 games. Third time's the charm. Kai Jeffries sprinting to her left. Bergamini tried to play it on to her. Ball finds its way back to Richardson. Bergamini to Ferris. Aaron Ferris and nutmeg. Plays it in the 18. Here's Balzano. She had it on her right foot. It was slide tackled away there by Brennan. Becca Morris will retrieve the ball and take the corner kick for Georgia College. We're under 19 and a half minutes left in the game. North Georgia has scored 2 goals in the third quarter of the game, or the first half of the second half. They have come out strong here in the first 20 minutes or so of period number 2. Morris sends it towards the backside of the box. Now it's cleared away by Startuni. $18:50 to go in the game. Richardson. Jeffries. Ball comes over the top. Balzano in pursuit. Bobcats with possession before it's kicked out on the far side by Killian. Jeffrey is making a run from the back. Touched a little strong. Vessel will throw it in. That's one thing I really like about having Kai Jeffries as the center back. She is not afraid to go up and make runs. Her team will go and fill back for her and fill her spot defensively. They will let her go and make runs. She'll utilize her speed. It's a really cool feature of her game that we see a pretty good bit. I really like when we do. It's a little bit of a change-up for opposing defenses. The ball trickles through. Bergamini to Balzano. GC making a run on the left side. Ruiz turns and spins it back. Ramby in all yellow has it at her feet. Now we're under 17 minutes to play in the second half. Ball comes into the center of the field. North Georgia attacking from the right. Jeffries comes over and helps out defensively. Now Jeffries looking to make another one of her signature runs. Here goes Kai Jeffries on the left side. Jeffries tried to slide it ahead to Balzano. Now both of them will run back. Georgia College will get a throw in. The ball came into Ligon. Now Summer Ligon, the freshman, will pass it back to Jeffries. Dumond poked it ahead. Kayla Ruiz. Good play there defensively from the Bobcats. Morris challenging Dumond at the top of the 18. Richardson will scoop it up, and we have 15 minutes to play. Bergamini plays it back to Ligon. Both Alyssa and Alexis Bergamini on the field together again. They have been for a good while here in the second half. Various punched it ahead on the near side. Bergamini keeps it in. It's Alexis Bergamini. Long clearance. Now the ball's at the feet of Malasic. It's back off of Jeffries. Ball put on frame. Richardson is able to foul on it. 14 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the half. Ruiz sprinting out on the left side. Brennan back to Ramby. Morris lost control. Bergamini runs onto it. Aaron Ferris. North Georgia controlling the possession here. Ball sent ahead by number 14, Adlam. Good run in from Malasic. She gets by Jeffries. The ball's kicked away. Nice recovery there from the Bobcats. Under 13 minutes to play. Morris to Richardson. Well, for Georgia College, the clock is ticking here. 12 and a half minutes to play. They have yet to score. Ball's played over on the near side. Sherman advancing. Dunphy has it intercepted. Ball comes down the right sideline and signaled out of bounds. For North Georgia, an interesting note for them. They won 11 consecutive Peach Belt Conference opening games. We knew they would be good this year when they knocked off Columbus State. I mentioned that right at the top of our broadcast. Kia Jacobs is back in for Georgia College. Just by the way, she now gets a touch on the ball. But UNG looks like they may be the top team in the Peach Belt. They beat Columbus State 1-0 to open the season, open the conference play for them. That was huge. Now they're continuing their run. They're up 3-0 on Georgia College. They've been the better team here today, no doubt. It's a little unfortunate for the Bobcats that they conceded their first goal of the afternoon on a PK. But after that, in the second half, UNG offensively has really owned it. For Georgia College, they've had a lot of Cassie Balzano, a little bit of everyone else sprinkled in, but it hasn't been the best offensive performance, obviously, for GC being shut out here at home. Will be interesting to see, though. This team already has progressed as the season has gone on. I think it's obvious for anyone who watched the first couple of games of the Bobcat shootout, or even people that travel down to Florida to watch the team play, any family or friends or any fans that may have done that, the team's already gotten better. Obviously, when you look at this performance again against the top 20 team, it shows you that there is a little ways to go for Georgia College. But it's good to have these tests early. I know it's conference play. There's 10 minutes left. It doesn't look great for GC in terms of the overall result for this game. But going forward, I think it's good to have these games early, kind of have the weaknesses exposed. Sometimes they become a little bit obvious to a coach or to a team to say, okay, we have to shore up this part of our game or this part of our team, and the team adjusts accordingly. You want that earlier in the year rather than later. You have plenty of time to make the changes. So that is one look kind of at the bright side for Georgia College, but not too many great takeaways here from this game. As we're through 80 minutes of it, we've still got some time left. Still plenty of time for a lot to happen. Crazier things have happened for sure. Ball comes in, the 18. So well-placed free kick there from Adlam. But now we'll have a goal kick for Georgia College. And for Georgia College, their next game coming up will be Saturday, October 5th, this Saturday. It'll be at Georgia Southwestern. Free kick awarded to the Bobcats. GC has not scored on the road. Therefore, obviously, they have not won on the road. They have tied at West Georgia. But the away performance is, like I mentioned earlier, going to be key. And they've got a road test coming up, their first road conference game of the month of October as well. So we'll see what they can do. That will be big for them, especially how will they look coming off of this performance against North Georgia? How will that go for them? That will be an interesting question that we'll all look forward to seeing answered as we continue to watch this squad. GC has been fun to watch. Even though they haven't scored yet, they have put together an enjoyable performance. They've done very well tonight, but obviously not well enough to be in the game closer. Goal kick to be taken by Ramby.
To the match for North Georgia, number 8, Katie Durkay.
Number 8, Katie Durkay.
Birkenstock.
And number 10, Christina Birkenstock. Both come in. Goal kick from the Nighthawks. Jeffries again sprints across midfield. Kai Jeffries poked it ahead. Now it's in the 18 for Georgia College. It's Balzano chipping it over towards Bergamini. It's headed away by Birkenstock. 7 minutes to go here in the second half. 3-0 UNG. Summer Ligon now switching the field of play. Her pass was intercepted. Ruiz turns on the sideline. Jacobs, after a nice move, tried to play it ahead for Bergamini, but Dumond made the interception. Dumond did score the third goal, the most recent one for UNG. He was assisted by Vessel. Dumond plays it towards the top of the 18. Ferris to Alexis Bergamini. Ligon turning into traffic in the middle of the field. Now we're under 6 minutes to play here. Jeffries. Alexis Bergamini sends it into Balzano. It's taken away. Dunphy continuing her nice run past Ferris. The ball trickles in. It's over the head of Richardson, but over the goal. Or no, they say it went in the goal. North Georgia scores. From our vantage point, it looked like it might have gone over, but no, went straight in. Bounced over the head of Richardson. North Georgia is up 4-0, scoring 85 minutes in. The goal is scored by number 8, Katie Durkay. Fourth goal of the match, third of the second half. After going 43 minutes without scoring, North Georgia has scored 4 times in the past 42 minutes. .455 and some change to go in the game. Bergamini whistled for a foul right in the midfield area. In terms of shots on goal, North Georgia has outshot the Bobcats 13-5. UNG has had 3 corner kicks, Georgia College only 1. A lack of set pieces may have contributed to the lack of scoring we've seen from the Bobcats thus far. Only had 1 free kick inside 25 to 30 yards of the goal. Only 1 corner kick. This will be the first game for GC in which they have had less than 3 or 4 corner kicks. They did have 13 corners the last time they played a top 15 team or top 20 team. When they played Lincoln Memorial earlier this year, they had an astonishing 13. It's a lot of corner kicks in a game. Substitution being made. Out comes number 20. It's Dunphy for North Georgia. And we'll see who checked in momentarily. As the ball is put in play, we have 4 minutes on the dot to go. Durkay, the most recent goal scorer, sends it out towards the far side. Corner kick number 4 for North Georgia. Jogging over to take it is Birkenstock. Corner kick enters the 18. It's knocked out on the end line. 3:10 to go in the game. We'll have a substitution again for North Georgia. Looks like Durkay has come out. And into the game, number 7, Deja Patterson. Patterson comes in up top. Bergamini had touched it back. Jacobs on the ball. Ligon tried to send it in for Bergamini. The ball's at the feet of Jacobs. Back on Morris. Sent it back. It's played into Jeffries. Richardson with the clearance. Patterson fighting for it for North Georgia. Ligon comes away with it. Nice move from Summer Ligon. One of the best freshmen we've seen from not just Georgia College, but the opponents that we've gotten a chance to watch here as well. GC looking to make a pair of substitutions at the next available opportunity. Bobcats will take the free kick. The clock continues to tick down. 80 seconds remain. Ball comes in towards the 6-yard box. A bit of a collision there. Ramby is slow to get up. We'll stop the clock with 1 minute and 4 seconds to go. Ramby might have had the wind knocked out of her. Takes a second, steps off the field. Looks like UNG may need to prepare a substitution for her. Their trainer comes out. Their backup goalkeeper will come in. Now into the game in goal is number 1, Perry Stockstill, a freshman.
Into the match for the Bobcats, number 20, Ellie Watson.
Georgia College brings in number 20, Ellie Watson. Still have one more sub right near the scorers table that they'll look to have check in, potentially.
Less than 1 minute remaining.
Patterson poked the ball ahead. 45 seconds to go. Richardson strides up. Ball comes out of bounds off of off of Georgia College. We'll have a corner kick. North Georgia's 5th. Will be taken again by Stockstill. She's got 20 seconds to do it. Stockstill's corner headed. 10 seconds left. A scrum inside the 18. Patterson has it blocked by Jeffries. 1 second to go. That concludes our game here. Georgia College's second match and Peach Belt Conference play results in a 4-0 loss. Overall, we'll just have a quick post game. In terms of the overall results, the first goal was scored on a penalty kick from Taylor Malasic, the second by Maisoon El Shami, the third from Megan Dumond, the fourth from Katie Durkay. 2 assists on those 4 goals, one from Bailey Vessel on the most recent goal, and Peyton Biso assisted on the second goal. For Georgia College, held scoreless here at home. We are through 90 minutes. UNG pulls out a 4-0 victory. They continue their run of success. We thank you all for tuning in on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. We'll see you back soon with another stream. I'm Luke Winstall. Thank you for your support.